What's up YouTube, Stefano Turtle White Joe here, coming at you guys with a zombie deck profile for the September/October 2019 format. And we're just going to get into it. Also, sorry about the 1 month hiatus, I was waiting for cards for this deck to come in. But without further ado, let's get on to the main deck. Starting off with our monsters, we're playing 2 copies of Doom King Balladrock. This is the boss monster of the deck and acts as 2 interruptions during your opponent's turn. One being able to banish one of your opponent's cards, the second being able to negate an effect, and if they use something like Ash, that involuntarily can easily be negated. Anyways, next we have 3 Necro World Banshee. This is your way to get into your zombie worlds, and it also acts as protection for zombie world. Not to mention, your opponent cannot ash this card. However, they can use Called by the Grave if it is in your grave, but using it from the field is another way to get out zombie world. Along with that, we are playing 2 Glow Up Blooms to help turbo out our Ballardrocks. I figured do not run 3. 3 is a bit too bricky. 2 is about the right amount you want to play, and at most, if you see one in opening hand and you have this, and I guess find a way to discard this, go summon this, go into Link Karibo, and then chain this to get Zombie World, then use this to get Ballardrock. Anyways, onto our Shiranui engine. We are playing 3 copies of Shiranui Solitaire, helps you get to Uni Zombie faster. We're also playing 1 Shiranui Samurai. This acts as an interruption, along with 2 of Shiranui Spirit Master, which are ways to pop your opponent's cards. So yeah, that's it for our Shiranui engine. On to the rest of our zombies. We are playing 3 copies of Uni Zombie. Uni Zombie being a way to pretty much dig through your deck and allows you to go through your deck, level up certain cards. It's just another way to trigger Ballardrock. Zombie Master to act as a monster reborn. Along with that, we're playing 2 Mizukis to round off our zombie monsters. And Mizukis are also monster reborns for the zombie deck. Now for extra cards, we are playing 2 copies of Destrudo, the Lost Dragon's Frisian, as our extenders, as they allow you to go into level 7 synchros easier. And then we are playing 3 hand traps, and those 3 are triple Artifact Lancia. I was going to put Ashes in here, but I remembered I got rid of mine like 2 months ago, so these will be replaced by Ash eventually, probably next week, but for now it's Artifact Lancia. It's still a good hand trap nonetheless. It stops Thunder Dragon sometimes, can stop Orchist. It's a solid card. Anyways, on to the spell lineup. We are playing our 3 copies of Zombie World. This is one of the cards that allows you to control your opponent's plays and is still a very strong card. Along with that, we're playing the most expensive common in this deck, which is 3 copies of Super Poly. This, in combination with Zombie World, can straight up block out some decks from allowing to go into their plays. And yeah, it pretty much shuts the opponent up from saying they're gonna go full Orchis combo. So yeah. Also, this deck is a more budget build. The most expensive card in it is probably the Boral Sword Dragon in the extra deck. But I don't want to see a comment like Boral Sword Dragon still 30 bucks. The ultra rare printing is $12, and that is probably the cheapest one. Anyways, going back onto the spells, we are playing 1 Ghost Meets Girl, a Shiranui story. This card is a good Ash Blossom bait. Along with that, if they don't have a way to out it, then it's a free Shiranui Solitaire. However, it does lock you into special summoning zombies, which that doesn't matter too much, seeing as the deck is pretty much just zombies. Along with that, we're playing 1 copy of Reasoning to help thin out the deck. Along with that, 1 Foolish Burial, again, to thin out. 1 Monster Reborn, thin out our Access Revival, and 1 1-for-1 to round off our spells. Onto the traps in the main deck, we are playing 3 copies of Rivalry of Warlords. This is... okay, whoops. Sorry. Anyways, this card is absolutely mandatory to play in the deck at 3 because it helps you lock your opponent into summoning nothing but zombies, which means once they've summoned something, like let's say you're playing Orcust and you have Zombie World, flip this up, right when they summon that first card, they can't go into their Orcust combo unless they're playing Twin Twisters or MST. But yeah, that is why we play 3 Rivalry. Along with that, we are playing 2 copies of Shiranui style Swallow Slash. This card is essentially tribute off Baller Draw to pop 3 cards on the field. And in case you're curious as to why I say pop 3, of course it has the effect where you tribute it and pop 2 cards, but it also lets you banish a Shiranui from your deck, meaning you can banish Spirit Master, and Spirit Master is an extra pop. So yeah, that's my choices for the main deck. We'll go on to the extra deck. Alright, so starting out with our extra deck, we're playing the 1 OTK machine itself, Borrelsword Dragon. Of course, this card can attack twice, switch a card to defense, and gains extra attack by weakening an opponent's monster. In combination with Baller Draw and Zombie World, this card pretty much allows for 3 interruptions, which is pretty good. We're playing the 1 Decode Talker. This acts as targeting protection. We are also playing our Nightmare package of 1 Unicorn and 1 Phoenix. And no Orcust combo, screw that. Anyways, Phoenix acts as spell and trap removal, as Unicorn is targeting removal. I was about to say non-targeting, but it targets. We're playing 1 Vampire Sucker. This is just an extra draw during the opponent's turn when you summon Baller Draw off its graveyard effect. And is also a way to just piss off the opponent. Also Ash Blossom Bait. The 1 Underclock Taker. This is another card that can help with OTKs or just weaken the opponent's monster. Along with that, we're playing 1 Link Karibo to round off our Link monsters. This is to go on with Glow Up Bloom, and of course get a free Baller Draw out of it. Not to mention Link Karibo acts as sort of another interruption during the battle phase. On to our RXZ Monsters, we're playing the 1 Minerva, 1 Abyss Dweller, and 1 Evil Swarm Nightmare. Out of these RXZ Monsters, this one helps thin out the deck a bit, along with potentially hitting your cards that you want to get in the graveyard, essentially Underworld Banshee, or Necroworld Banshee, and the Glow Up Bloom. Sometimes you can hit Baller Draw, it's pretty good. Abyss Dweller is more powerful against Orcust, which is something you want to go into turn 1 in case you are playing it. And Evil Swarm Nightmare is just a very solid all-around card. Also, it's pretty good against stuff like Orcust or Thunder Dragons, or pretty much any combo deck in general, because being able to just set 2 of their opponent's monsters face down, it's very solid nonetheless. Anyways, on to our Synchro Monsters. We're playing the 1 Red Eyes Zombie Necro Dragon and the 1 FA Don Dragster. In case you're curious as to why I play this card, if you destroy another opponent's monsters by battle, literally will just let you summon something from either player's graveyard. And I've done some testing playing against some rogue decks and some weird decks. One was against Nordics, and I essentially had them just with Golvig because I super polyed their Odin. I think it was Odin or Loki, and I went into it with this guy and attacked the Golvig. Then this guy summoned a token, used the token to kill the Golvig. This let me special summon the Odin back and then kill for game. This card's pretty stupid, and this one's just spell and trap negate. Also, this one can just regain the levels if you use Unizombie on it, as Unizombie does target a card and boost its level. That actually can help this card gain or keep its 2100 attack points. Or if you do it turn 1, this card can essentially become a, let's see, it's 300 per, okay, it would be 27 if you did it turn 1, because it gains 300 per each level it has. Anyways, on to our fusions. We are playing 3 Super Poly targets, and those are Drago Necro, Nether Soul Dragon. This card is a very good Super Poly target, not to mention it does allow you to attack into the opponent's card. It gives you a token and also weakens the opponent's card at the same time. So yeah, that is it for the extra deck and it for the deck profile. Tomorrow or the next day, I might go on YGO Pro and do a video going over combos with this deck. And yeah, but anyways, that is all for today. I hope you liked. Check out my other videos if you did. Subscribe if you're new. And this is the Stefano Turtle YGO signing out. Goodbye.